Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Red Sky Alliance Weekly Threat Brief. My name is Jesse Burke. I'm an advanced cyber analyst with WAPAC Labs, and today's weekly threat brief contains information gathered from open source and WAPAC Labs collections over the last week. On the agenda for today, first up, we have Loki's underground evolution, open source and social media reporting, 7 days of trending, including the latest APT activities, botnet activities, cloud security, blacklists, and also year-to-date keylogger activity. First up is Loki's underground evolution. And from 2015 to 2017, a malware developer with the online alias Loki Stav, also going by Carter, created the Loki bot malware. Carter's Loki was one of the first and most popular bots at only $300 for the basic Stealer setup. And for an additional $200, a user could purchase a loader module and $150 for a wallet stealer or cryptocurrency module. And then there was also an optional $20 fee of a coin inspector, which is related to cryptocurrency theft. In 2017, though, two hackers from the community fuckav.ru created a cracked Loki bot builder and based it on Carter's Loki 1.6. A few unauthorized resellers then used this builder to create their own custom Loki 1.8 without Carter's approval, and Loki 1.8 was sold in novice forums. And Carter released his Loki 2.0 with minor improvements in an attempt to regain control of the market. He sold 2.0 source code to somebody going by the alias Morpheus with 3 S's for $3,000, likely to make up for the lack of sales. Morpheus then leaked the source code in July 2018 on the Russian private forum exploit.in. And they stated that they paid Carter $3,000 for it. Carter was also an active member on that forum and would have disputed if that information was not accurate. And in November 2018, Carter posted Loki 2.1. And in January 2019, though, a user complained that they bought Loki 2.1 and it did not work. Carter made attempts to comment on this complaint through one of his alternate accounts, which had the alias Tarzan, and he was pretending to be a buyer, but instead he was exposed and subsequently banned. Carter is also banned on several other forums for the new Loki bot's inability to communicate with the panel, yet he still continued with sales. However, his reputation is now really well in novice English-speaking forums. Like if you search where to get Loki and say hackforums.net, everyone's going to say, oh, you got to contact Carter. He's the only real seller. So he does still have some reputation and some market capture, but his 2.1 was broken, and as a result, a lot of the advanced Russian hacker forums banned him and no longer deal with him. So for open source reporting, in the cyber news over the last 7 days, we see a change in threat actors topping the list. This week, we see Lazarus Group topping the list with Fin6 showing up again for the second week in a row, followed by APT28, aka Fancy Bear. The Lazarus Group is suspected to have ties to the North Korean government and has been active since at least 2009. They're widely believed to be responsible for the disk wiper attacks against Sony Pictures Entertainment during Operation Blockbuster in 2014, along with attacks against South Korea and other Western targets. Fin6 is a cybercrime group that has stolen payment credit card data and sold it for profit in the underground marketplaces. This group has a history of aggressively targeting point-of-sale systems and hospitality and retail sectors specifically. And finally, we have APT28, aka Fancy Bear, in third place. APT28 is a Russian cyber espionage group responsible for numerous campaigns against the West, including meddling in the US elections by hacking the State Board of Elections websites and hacking of the DNC email servers. So for targeted industries this week, they've changed a little bit with information technology, software, and finance topping the trending list. And for malware, we're seeing Hoplite, Emotet, Trisis. And Hoplite is a custom malware which, according to DHS and the FBI, is deployed by Hidden Cobra, aka the Lazarus Group. We saw this trending in our threat actor list. And Emotet is well-known malware, and it's often spread through mal spam campaigns. And then lastly, Trisis is making its first appearance in our trending list. And Trisis is designed to specifically target safety instrumented systems created by the company Triconix. And Triconix line of safety systems are leveraged across numerous industries, including oil and gas. So for open source and social media, top stories include a story about Ocean Lotus Group adding new Mac malware to their arsenal. And also trending was evidence suggesting APT28 is attempting to interfere with the upcoming US elections. And in the last 7 days, WAPAC Labs has recorded these indicators. You can take a look at the statistics, but we've recorded over 1.3 million new indicators. And these collections include our threat recon, keylogger, and malicious email, and also sinkhole traffic. The numbers on this slide show the new indicators in the respective collections. These indicators are available to paid Red Sky Alliance members weekly, as well as our blacklists, which come in CSV, FortiSIM, and Proofpoint formats. And these are the APT and botnet indicators collected last week. We had 362 unique APT indicators in the past 7 days. This amount is up 100 indicators from last week. And you can use your two-factor authentication to log into CTAC to download the APT indicators discussed today. Please contact us on Slack or via email for any assistance. And topping the list this week is SickyPot and Maudi APT, followed by Mirage, which is new to our weekly list. Mirage is short for Mirage Fox, which is Chinese APT, aka APT 15. And our botnet activity for the last 7 days remains fairly consistent with prior trending. 31 Jinrong Street is still the strong leader with AS8452 TEAS coming in second. And then the National Internet Backbone for India has recently dropped to the third spot. And the open source data correlates with the data observed in our collections. On the cloud security front, we're still seeing the same culprits as last week with Peak 10 and Amazon. TierPoint slipped into the caution risk environment for this week. And last, we have our blacklists, which are published weekly. On the right-hand side, you can see some of our keylogger stats. We observed 66,504 connections from new unique IP addresses to WAPAC Labs sinkhole domains. And free Red Sky Alliance members received tier line products. Paid Red Sky Alliance member receive complete blacklists and API access. And for members that are not set up to ingest intelligence, Trusted Internet is a managed security service provider, and we use Proofpoint and Fortinet products to push intel and defend customer networks. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, or feedback. And thank you all for attending our weekly threat brief. If there are any questions or comments, please email jeff.stutzman@wapaclabs.com.